So I'll show you chapter 5, verse 47. So it says, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are the defiantly disobedient. So according to this verse, the Christians are supposed to judge by the gospel. Also judge right from wrong, judge falsehood and truth. Their standard is supposed to be the gospel. If I'm a good Christian and I do exactly what the Quran tells me to do, and I use my gospel as a standard, whatever goes against the gospel, I have to judge that that's false. What's in line with the gospel, I have to judge that that's true.
Why is that? Why are you wording it like that?
Because the Quran tells me to judge by the gospel. So the gospel is my judge. It's my standard.
So let me get this straight. This book that the Muslims at that time were holding as authoritative were pointing to a previous scripture and telling them to judge by that book. And that book contradicts the very scripture that is telling it to judge. Is that what you're saying?
You got it.
Now, how does that make sense?
That's the point. It doesn't.
Well, it doesn't make sense if you look at it from your perspective. If you're presupposing that Christianity is the truth, it wouldn't make sense. But that's only with that presupposition, right?
Well, I'm not presupposing it. According to this verse, is the gospel true?
Does that verse say that the gospel is true or not? It doesn't say that.
So it says, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. So the gospel is a revelation of Allah, right?
Of course.
That means it's true, right?
When it was revealed and what exactly he revealed is true, absolutely.
Well, he says he revealed the gospel.
Sure, absolutely.
So I'm not presupposing that the gospel is true. The Quran tells me the gospel is true and that I have to judge by it. And if I don't, it says, if I don't judge by it, look what it calls me. It says, then it is those who are defiantly disobedient.
Okay, so you're defiantly disobedient in that case.
If I don't judge by the gospel. Because the gospel is true from the Quran standpoint, right?
No, I don't agree that it says it's true.
The Quran, if it says that this gospel is true, right, then you have no choice but to accept that.
If the Quran says the gospel is true that you have today, then I have no choice but to accept it, and I'll accept Christianity today.